Hey everyone, excited to be back for this week's edition of Frequently Asked Questions for Commercial Real Estate. In today's video, what I want to do is talk about a document that's very important in any really commercial transaction you take on, whether that's leasing or even buying commercial real estate. And that is, what exactly is a personal financial statement? So in this video, we're going to explain what that document is, and I'll walk through a brief example of what one could look like. Obviously, there's different templates out there that you could potentially reference, but at least gives you some perspective on why they're important, and obviously something that you need to consider as you're going through the process to be able to secure a property for your needs. Now, before we dive into this video, I'd greatly appreciate if you could like and subscribe to this channel. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm and ensures more and more people can hear this message and learn about the many facets of commercial real estate. So now you've done that, go ahead and like and subscribe below. Let's go ahead and dive into this episode. All right, before we dive into this video, I want to make it very clear that I am not a financial advisor. I'm not an accountant. So I don't want to have you guys misconstrue this as any type of financial advice. This is just a informational video to describe what a personal financial statement is and why it's important when you're going through the process of either leasing commercial space or acquiring a commercial property for your use. Now, what a personal financial statement is, it's almost exactly like it sounds, right? It's a financial overview of you as a person. So it'll document, all the cash you have on hand and the other assets, liabilities, any ownership you may have in companies and the value of that. So it really tries to create a comprehensive picture of you as an individual to determine what your ability is to borrow money to purchase property, or if you're looking to lease commercial property, it gives the landlord some credence or some comfort in knowing that you're going to be able to make the payments on a month-to-month basis to be able to satisfy your lease obligation. And so we're going to go ahead and dive into a quick example of one that I kind of found online. Now, like I said before, there's plenty of different examples of different financial statements. You can, a lot of banks are going to have their own templates that you can leverage, but I thought I'd just pull one up kind of randomly that I found online. I believe this is from a credit union. Actually, no, this is related to, I think this was on a government website actually that kind of highlights this. But as you can see, really the personal financial statement details a variety of different things. First and foremost, it's your bank accounts, like the amount of money you have in each bank account. Then you start getting into different securities like stocks, bonds, etc. Money owed to you by others. So if you have outstanding loans for different things, that could be considered an asset that you would, collect on over time. You have life insurance, especially if it's a whole life insurance policy. There's usually cash value associated with it. So that would be something that you would incorporate there. Safe deposit box, motor vehicles, right? If you own your vehicle, and there's delta between what the value of your the vehicle is and what you owe on it, that would be considered an asset. So that's something you would document there. Real estate, mortgage, loans owed to you, etc. And this is still the asset piece of the personal financial statement. But then eventually you're going to start getting into the debts, right? You're going to have to describe what the debts are, what the monthly obligations are. And then at the end, you'll be able to come up, see, this is the liability section. So you'd go through the list and document all the different liabilities. So there'd be charge accounts, credit cards, if you own anything on credit cards. Other debts would include, child support, notes payable. And when you start getting into the real estate piece of things as well, you're going to have mortgages, you're going to have car loans, you're going to have whatever else. So you're going to document all these things within this document so that it creates a comprehensive financial picture of you as an individual. And as I said before, the reason for this is because it gives, let's say you're in leasing commercial property and you're approaching a landlord, this creates a financial picture to be able to tell a story about yourself. So if you are, if you have a ton of cash in the bank, no debt, and you're looking to lease a commercial space, that's going to be very attractive to a landlord because they're going to say, hey, this individual has cash available. So if for whatever reason the business isn't doing well, they're going to be able to cover the shortfall and they're going to be able to satisfy their lease obligation over a period of time. If you're a lender, they're going to want to know this too, because banks don't issue notes or don't issue loans unless there's collateral involved. So obviously the piece of real estate that you're going to purchase is collateral, but if you have additional collateral that they could potentially go after if you can't pay your debts, then that's going to be much more attractive to banks as well. So getting a comprehensive picture of your financial standing is going to be very beneficial. And this document is a living, breathing document. So I always encourage people to constantly update it whenever you get a chance. I usually do it once a year. I'll sit down and, oftentimes my accountant has a copy of this as well. So we'll kind of sit down and modify things as needed. If debts have changed, I'll make sure to update those in the system in the document. And then my accountant, with all the things that we have, our P&L and everything, will review and make sure that all these documents are up to date, so that in the future, if I ever need to apply for credit, or if I need to do something that would require me to furnish this document, it's going to be up to date, and I won't have any issues in that regard. So, as I said before, a personal financial statement is a comprehensive overview of you as an individual from a financial standpoint. So you'll document all your cash, assets, liabilities, to get an understanding of what your net worth is and what your financial strength is. And that is going to help you, and hopefully also your broker, right? Because oftentimes I'll be working with tenants and they'll want to lease a space, and the landlord's going to ask me these types of questions. If we can furnish them an up-to-date personal financial statement that highlights your ability to be able to satisfy the lease agreement, then it's going to help me in the cause to be able to do that. And the same goes in the banking space, right? If you're going to be looking to buy a building, lender's going to require this document to be furnished. So if you get it done ahead of time and it's ready to go, you can execute much more quickly and ultimately be able to find and execute on the building that is going to fit your needs. So hopefully this video did a good job of at least providing a high level overview of what a personal financial statement is. Like I said before, there's many, many documents out there. The format, the template, whatever you use is not really the concern. It's more about making sure that the information within it is up to date and readily available and ready to go. If you guys like this channel, please like and subscribe. It makes a huge impact on ability to reach a broader audience. Along with that, if you guys are looking to buy commercial real estate here in Louisville, Kentucky, I'm a commercial real estate agent in town. I'd be happy to help you with your search. Feel free to give me a call at 502-536-7315, or you can reach me via email at Raphael@crossarcticgroup.com. Thanks again so much for tuning in. We'll see you all next time.